So, a Dark Souls game based in feudal Japan? I'll take it. Welcome to Packed House. My name is Ben, and this is going to be my Why the Hype video for Nioh. Nioh is a PlayStation 4 exclusive coming out February 7th in North America, and it is being developed by Team Ninja. Same people that did Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive, and more recently the Hyrule Warriors, Zelda Dynasty Warriors thing. So the development for Nioh started in 2004, but it was then dropped, picked back up in 2008 by Omega Force, the same people that did Dynasty Warriors, but then was dropped. Then it was picked back up in 2010 by Team Ninja, in which they created an alpha of the game in 2012 to show off like, hey, this is the idea that we have, and then they got the full rights for it and it has been in development since then. So then, what is the game about? The game is set in the early 1600s where a Westerner named William comes to feudal Japan to hunt down an enemy. It's set in a dark fantasy Sengoku period, which is where Japan was split into separate clans that were constantly at war with each other. And while he's there, he forms alliances, he makes enemies, and he runs into all these different historical figures. Now, Nioh is getting a lot of comparisons to Dark Souls. And it has good reason to. It plays a lot like Dark Souls, the combat's a lot like Dark Souls, the atmosphere is a lot like Dark Souls, leveling up, just everything. Everything takes a lot of heavy cues from Dark Souls. However, there are differences between the two, and some of them that I think actually make it its own separate game. First off, it's set in feudal Japan and not this dark medieval fantasy world such as Dark Souls. And while you have many weapons like you do in Dark Souls, you also have the various stances that you can use for those weapons. You have a low stance, which is very quick, but it's not very strong. You have a high stance, which is very strong, but not very quick. And then you have a mid stance, which is, as you can probably guess, a balance. Also, you have a guardian spirit that can assist you in doing this big super mega attack that has its own stamina bar and life bar and everything like that, and it is super strong. And also, while I find that the combat in Nioh is faster than Dark Souls, it's not as fast as Bloodborne. In Dark Souls, you have bloodstains. In Nioh, you have bloody graves. Bloody graves allows you to see who died right there, the level of the person, how they died, and then it also allows you to fight an NPC version of that player. And if you win, you get some of their unique armor and loot and things like that, which I think is really nifty. It's a very nice little twist. I wish Dark Souls would have adopted something similar to it. That would have been great. So then, why am I excited for Nioh? As I said earlier, it takes a lot of cues from the Soulsborne series, but it adds enough for it to have its own unique flair and make it separate and not just a Soulsborne clone. Also, I'm a huge fan of feudal Japan. I grew up watching Rurouni Kenshin, which was my entrance into this, and I really enjoy it. I really prefer swordplay over gunplay, I guess you can say. The combat looks very quick and it looks very challenging, just like a Souls game should be, and the colors aren't as bleak. Sure, it's bleak, but the colors that add some like different shades of purple and orange and makes it a little bit more vibrant than just this solid gray that the Dark Souls series has over it. So yeah, pretty much if you enjoy Team Ninja and you enjoy the Ninja Gaiden games, if you love Bloodborne and Dark Souls like I do, this looks like a very great title for you to pick up. And I'm really hoping that I can pick this up on release day with the Switch being announced and Mass Effect and Kingdom Hearts and all these other games that I really want. I don't know if I'm gonna have the money for it, but I want it. I really do. I really want it. So my question for you, have you played the demos for Nioh that's been out? Are you going to be picking it up? Are you not going to be picking it up? Why wouldn't you want to pick this up? I want to know. Talk to us in the comments right below that like button. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. We got a bunch of awesome other videos, and it would mean the world to me if you did. Talk to us in the comments, like our videos, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!